And after that national championship game that Trevor Lawrence had his freshman year, after that game, he never played a football game where his team was the less talented team. Even the LSU 2019 game, even though LSU was at that point just rolling, humming along, an absolute locomotive that nobody was going to stop, I still think Clemson was more talented than that team. They are loaded with 4 and 5 stars, phenomenal coaching staff, just literally everything. And they lost that game. I think LSU played better and they should have won that game, but I still truly feel that Clemson was the more talented team. Like I just truly feel that way. And I also think that even against Ohio State, I feel that Clemson was more talented this past season when Alabama played Ohio State for the national championship. I think Clemson was better than that Ohio State team. Justin Fields was played out of his mind, which also somehow, our talent evaluators don't want to bring that game up. But anyway, for Justin Fields. But Clemson was the better team, and you still lost that game. So my thing is, at the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence is a phenomenal prospect, throws it well, and it's not that I'm saying I want him to be criticized and not be the number 1 pick. He still should be, but that also doesn't mean that we can't criticize him. Like if we want to talk about, we want to give Mac Jones a knock because he played with 4 and 5 star guys. Why does that not translate to Trevor Lawrence? Like why is that not a knock on him? Like, so that's the biggest thing. Like I said, I hope he does well. The dude is huge, can throw it a mile. Has played in some big games, won a national championship as a freshman, beat a really good Alabama team. So he's done some phenomenal things. But that's just something that just is odd, kind of bugs me a little bit. And also, too, I thought this when Tua left Alabama and went to the draft, that the 2 years that he had after his freshman year would be considered the lost years, because they are the 2 years that we thought, Alabama was just going to light it up, because we saw what Tua did, that freshman year, that national championship game his freshman year, and then that run that he started on as a sophomore where he just was lighting it up. And, injuries and just Alabama wasn't able to put it all together those next 2 seasons. And I feel like that's a very similar path with Trevor Lawrence, is that, his freshman year, although his freshman year was very different than Tua's because, 5 or 6 games in, Trevor Lawrence was the full-time starter. But from there, he the next 2 years, for whatever reason, Clemson wasn't able to put it together. So it's pretty interesting. That's about it for me. Please like, subscribe, hit me on Twitter, also on Instagram. Twitter is Allgo Podcast, the number 1. The Instagram is the Allgo Podcast. So feel free to hit me up. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Peace.